Did we ever go away? Yeah, we went away. I went away. I was away. It's good to be away. It's good to wake up somewhere else and say, I'm away. Don't try to tell me about any of those things that have been plaguing your mind for days. I don't know how many games the 76ers have lost. Well, now I do. I'm back. I came back to all the fucking news. I came back to every cabinet appointment at the same time. Sixers are down 2-11. They're playing like shit. Terrible America. Terrible world.
Terrible buzz. Thingus has a buzz. I hear it. You hear it. We all hear it. As soon as I'm president, I'm getting rid of the buzz. We're not going to have the buzz anymore.
Terrible capture card. Disreputable company.
Not very good. Liquid death, not very good.
Just complaining about it while you're drinking it. While you're drinking your free beverage.
Well, I feel like if he wasn't president, that would be his job. Like, just like saying...
Soda taster?
No, like just saying a product is terrible, and that's like their biggest endorsement ever. And like they get millions and millions of dollars because he said their product was terrible. Their product
is terrible, failing. Everyone's hated it for years. Not very good. He sits there drinking it anyway.
Yeah, like he sort of made fun of Diet Coke, but loves it.
Right.
Like he's a fan.
He's a fan. Well, yeah, no. This is the great tragedy of Trump. Instead of doing this, he's our president. For 8 years.
Yeah. 8 more years.
Okay, all right. I thought he could be president for another 8 years, but Mike tells me no. I am barely functioning. Please explain to me how many more years he can be president.
He could be president for life in his mind.
In his mind, right. But like, okay, just like as the laws are currently written, how much longer can he be president?
I don't know. Can he get rid of that law so he can be president again?
I mean, that's kind of like what every lib is afraid of, right?
I don't know. If he gets rid of that law, they're just going to be like, hey, we could run Obama again. But Trump makes the law, it's like, accept Obama, not Obama. Everyone except presidents who've already been president.
Right, he'll amend the Constitution for that.
Yeah. Well, is it even a law, or is it just like a precedent?
It is a constitutional amendment, according to Gabby.
Okay.
Here with the laws, right on schedule, right on time.
Well, yeah, I mean, I suppose changing the Constitution would require him to get the Supreme Court.
Doesn't he have that? Doesn't he easily have that?
Doesn't he already have that from last time? Yes. Yes, in their lifetime positions. So he's going to change the law so he and not Obama could be president for life. I mean, who else is going to be president after him? I guess they could try with JD Vance and, he could,
No,
win or
nobody
lose.
would vote for that guy if not for Trump.
Well, but if Trump fails to change the Constitution to let him run again.
Right. Make JD Vance run so he can change the Constitution so Trump can be president again. JD Vance says running Obama again is Tennessee Tuxedo's idea. I've got it! Oh yeah, no, maybe Vivek could do it. Hey, look, there's a whole lineup of guys that are gonna try to make Trump president forever. Like, we know the extent of the guys right now, but like every year there's new guys. Like every 6 months there's new guys. And there will continue to be new guys forever until he dies. New guys until he dies. No, they're all morons, and none of them exist without the Trump ecosystem, right? Like, they all just immediately evaporate from your consciousness the second they go away, like, at all, right? Like, they go away and then they're gone. The guys.
Like, you know, if he disappeared, a lot would die down, right?
Yeah, there would have to be like a new era of Republicans. But I feel like they could run on what Trump would have wanted for a while. You know, they could run on like, I don't know how they do it, but you know, the way like they kept releasing like posthumous albums of like great artists who were murdered, right? Like, they'll just keep finding more Biggie recordings, right? They'll find recordings of Trump saying something new, and they'll run based on that. Some shit he said in the 1980s on a private jet on his way to Little St. James. What else is new?
There was a big fight.
There was a big fight? Oh, Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson.
Yes.
So I've just like the entire week that was going on, I was just thinking about you saying he's nice now about Mike Tyson. He's nice now.
Do you know anything about Mike Tyson?
Well, when I was a kid, he was imprisoned for rape. That's what I remember about Mike Tyson, that he brutalized the women in his life.
Yeah.
He is just like an absolutely vicious person, an incredibly talented fighter who ultimately kind of deserves to be like beaten up as an elderly man on live television. It kind of completed the circle for me.
Well, when I learned, you know, I already no? Sorry. When I learned, you know, my he's nice now is just a joke. He was doing the pigeon thing before he started fighting, and one day someone killed one of his pigeons and he beat the shit out of them.
Really?
Yeah.
Did he start as a fighter like late in life?
I think he was a kid. I think he was in high school.
And he was already really into pigeons?
Yeah, he liked pigeons, and he took care of them, and one of them just like pulled the head off of one of his pigeons, and he beat the crap out of them, and then from then on, he was a fighter. He was like a geek. He was like a geek who liked pigeons.
So it's really always been about the pigeons.
Kinda. The pigeon was what made him become a fighter.
Amazing. So like, he does not really, like, he is just like,
Nah. Didn't mean to do that.
He is a genuine misanthrope, right? Like, he does not understand humans and feels alienated by them, and he likes birds.
I guess, yeah, maybe. Like, he wouldn't punch a bird, because a bird can't punch back.
No, well, neither can a woman.
No, he beat women.
Yeah.
You know, he's really angry, really aggressive, and really powerful.
Very powerful, yes. A real American hero.
I think he's cool.
He's fascinating.
I think he went to prison and, you know, he served time for what he did.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you know, gets beat up still.
He gets
to
the
this
shit
day.
kicked out of him by a 25-year-old YouTuber.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting. I mean, I had a terrible time with it, just like everyone.
Yeah.
I went to a bar to try and watch it.
Oh, I see.
And I went to like 3 or 4 different bars and they didn't have it on.
They didn't have it on. Well, I heard that the streaming was terrible.
Yeah, well, I I'm not even there yet. I got to a bar that had it on at the time I thought it was supposed to start, but it was like, actually there's like 7 fights before the fight.
No!
Complete bullshit. Netflix fuckery to the end.
Yeah,
Netflix
absolutely.
really sucks. So then, you know, I just like watched some other guys fight while eating my empanadas and drinking my tequilas. And then
Were you at Amore?
I forget the name of the
That
place.
one on Main Street?
Yeah.
That one rules. I love
Yeah.
that place.
But like, they never got to the fucking point. It turned out they didn't have the actual fight until midnight.
Oh my god. Right, so the restaurant's closed.
I was done eating and drinking and watching by 9, so I just went home.
Oh my
and
god.
Just watched it with some people in a Discord.
I mean, this doesn't sound enormously different from the last massive Mike Tyson fight that I was invested in.
Yeah.
Do you remember Mike Tyson versus Evander Holyfield?
The
first match.
I don't know.
Okay, so we were at the trailer. We were on out for the weekend.
Yeah.
And there was no cable TV, and our brother was desperately trying to tune in to some
man.
scrambled shit to get like one earful of what was going on. And it kind of like we did get the message. We got the message when he bit his ear. He bit his ear. Yeah, he bit his ear. He bit his ear. Oh, Evander. Your ears are making me hungry. They're so yummy and so round.
I want to munch a couple.
That's the oldest MP3 in the world.
Yes.
Is that clip, which I don't know what it's from. There's no more of it.
Well, yeah. What year was? Also, I thought that was the last fight. You think they'd let him fight again after the ear? Or
Yeah, oh yeah, they fought
did?
again. Yeah, they did.
Okay, I guess I thought that was like basically the end of his career, but no.
No, just
No, I mean, look, he was just fighting the other day, so
yeah,
it's not the end of his career.
No, he's been fighting this whole time. Every few years they drag this guy out of storage, dust him off.
It's always a fight with this guy.
Yeah, he didn't go the Martha Stewart Home and Gardens TV host route. I feel like he could have done that, you know?
Do we have his game?
Oh, Mike Tyson's Punch Out? We
think
might,
it's there.
actually. I think we do.
Yeah, let's
A
do
classic.
little of
Yeah, we
that.
should play that tonight. I don't know if we had Mike Tyson's version, did we? They got rid of the guy later on.
Well, it doesn't matter. We're not going to get that far.
No, definitely not. I think we have it. Nice. Imagine if he bit the other ear in the second fight. Yeah, I think Mad Magazine was on that tip. I have the feeling that was a joke of the age, but I don't really remember. I don't actually remember how the other fight went. I think Tyson won again. Well, wait, did Tyson win? He bit his ear. I think that ended the fight. I don't think he won. He lost both times. Whoop. Oh yeah, you gotta switch it over. This, I think this game is pretty volatile. You might want to try the trick. He got a little closer, and I was gonna punch, but the ear was near, and it was clear that it was time for lunch. Yeah, bit his ear. I bit his ear.
Oh my god, this is the fucking game now.
Yeah, I know. Brr, 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 brr. Yeah, even getting the game on is a fight. This game is such an incredible achievement. It's amazing. Yeah, no Mike Tyson branding on this version.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that was the late 90s, right? Like 97 or something.
Yeah, I think so.
So Mike Tyson was already past his prime.
Oh yeah.
He was a monster.
Oh yeah.
He would just like one punch.
Yeah, no. Brutal.
And like seeing him go 8 rounds with the champ was, you know, that was pretty impressive too.
Yeah, that's what I heard. I didn't see the fight, but like that's what I heard, that that, you know, people were giving him that he went 8 rounds. I mean, it also sounds like maybe towards the end Paul took it easy on him.
Yeah, like I was like dreading a little bit that it was gonna be a beatdown. But nah, like it was fine.
He knew what he was dealing with.
I like how at the end of the fight he said that he might not be done. He might want to keep fighting.
He liked that. It felt good to get the shit kicked out of him.
I mean, it probably doesn't even hurt that much when you're Mike Tyson.
I don't know.
I mean, like, I don't know. Yeah, like he's definitely not as strong. He doesn't have as much stamina. I noticed in like the second round, he was already kind of tired.
Yeah, that's what I heard too, that he just completely ran out of gas. I read a lot about this fight I didn't see.
Yeah. I mean, I was happy to see it because like I did, even though Netflix fucking sucks, I did see a lot of real excitement from people. Like, you know, there was like the guy, there's like the bartender who's like, yeah, I hate this Jake Paul guy. I want to see him get punched.
Right.
And there was a lot of people saying that. And then the cook was like, just like really passionate about boxing. And like, that was cool to see. Like,
talking about the ins and outs.
Yeah. Like, you know, I guess a lot of it was very, steeped in nostalgia for the good old days with Mike Tyson.
Totally.
Just like dominating.
Yeah.
He was undefeated.
Yeah, he really was like the champ. I don't know that, like, I mean, maybe it's just that I haven't kept up, but I feel like, you know, he hasn't really been replaced.
No.
They wouldn't be carting him out if he had.
I think it's because, you know, he's, as I said about the pigeons, he's a very unique person who is, as you say, possibly like a tremendous misanthrope. He just like prefers other animals to humans.
Yeah, prefers the company of little fellas.
Yeah, little birds.
Little birds. It is true that UFC has pretty much taken over. Boxing is not the sport of choice anymore.
I also feel like he has less to be angry about. This fight is pulling him out of financial ruin.
Oh yeah?
Like, I mean, he was already doing a lot better in recent years, but he's been totally broke throughout like the 2000s and 2010s.
Oh man. Does he have like health problems or addiction?
Yes, he had addiction. I'm not sure to what, maybe alcohol, maybe drugs, I'm not sure. But he said that, like, you know, he has like a new wife and like things have been going really well. And this fight is getting him 20 million, so it's not bad.
Oh my god. Yeah, no. I'll take that. I'll get my ass kicked for $20
So,
million.
well, yeah, like this fight was really all about giving Mike Tyson $20 million.
Right.
We put up with all of Netflix's stupid little self-insert ads for that because he does kind of need $20 million.
There's a GoFundMe for Mike Tyson.
Well, yeah, like it's a little bit sick, but yeah, like how much does it cost to have Mike Tyson get beat up again?
For 8 rounds.
But like he had this ridiculous house and it's like a gigantic mansion in Connecticut and it eventually became 50 Cent's house. And then he got rid of it.
You've talked about this mansion on the show before.
I like the mansion, yeah.
So 50 Cent bought it just because Mike Tyson had owned it?
Well, maybe. I feel like 50 Cent, like, you know, he saw a mansion made with great taste and just like picked it up when the guy was down on his luck.
Right.
You know,
and 50 Cent had the most money.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I watched a video about the house when he owned it, and the coolest thing about it was something that his like uncle made. It was like a piece, it was just like an art piece. He's like, see that? That's me as a pharaoh. My uncle made that.
Amazing. All right, well that's really precious. Like that's unique and from a place of love, right? And admiration.
Yeah, it didn't actually suit him, that house.
No.
He eventually couldn't live there. He didn't deserve to. He's not a huge star anymore.
Right. Well, I mean, living in a giant mansion, like, doesn't really suit any one human being. Like, maybe there's a few people, like Count Dracula.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Mike Tyson's kind of like Count Dracula.
Yeah, right. You have to be like a truly solitary soul for something like that. Oh, yeah. These, like, this artwork and, like, the way they made this game to, like, completely avoid flicker, it's, like, unbelievable what they achieved with it. Yeah, no, it sounds so fucking expensive to live in a mansion. Like, just like heating a mansion, you know? Like, your house would be cold all the time unless you were blasting all of the heat.
Oh man, yeah. It's sad thinking about some of these houses. Like Steve Jobs had a mansion and he hated it. He thought it was ugly and he wanted to burn it down.
Why did he have it?
I don't know. You know, maybe he was like a transhumanist where he was like, I just want to abandon my body entirely. I don't want to have a house.
I mean, that sounds like on brand for him. I mean, it could also just be that, like, when people have enough money to like buy a mansion and just like pay cash for a mansion, they don't even think about it in terms of it being like a big decision. And that seems impossible, but I don't know, like you don't even need to like show up for the closing on a house if you're a certain amount of rich, right? You can just say yes and then appear inside of it. So like when your life is frictionless like that, there's no stakes to your decisions. You don't feel the weight of your decisions. And that may be one of like the saddest things. Like, you know, it beats being poor, obviously, but it sounds sad in its own way.
He didn't have furniture.
So he had an empty, cold mansion.
It's totally sad. I mean, you know, Steve Jobs was like, he was like adopted and like, you know, was never brought up by his parent, like his biological parents. Like, That's gotta be sad, even if you have billions of dollars.
I mean, his adoptive parents adored him. Like he was treated well by them. And his biological mother was very concerned about his well-being too, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
I don't remember the exact details, but he definitely, you know, being given up for adoption definitely gave him this drive to like be in control of things, and that includes like his adoptive parents. Like he very much kind of like dictated their lives.
Yeah.
He wanted everything to be just so. So like he didn't actually need to personally be a great designer or a great inventor or a great programmer. He would find the talent and will it to do the thing that he wanted it to do.
Yeah. Which is kind of what Apple is asking right now, is are they going to use our AI thing that is smart or nice or cool for you?
Yeah.
There's like been these commercials for it where a guy like presses a button that rewrites his email to sound smarter.
No.
Yeah, it's really
hate
dumb.
that. Like I can immediately tell when an email is form generated. There's no way those AI generated emails sound like conversation.
Yeah, you don't feel like reading them, even if it says exactly what that person wrote.
Yeah, exactly.
It's hard to read them because it doesn't have any soul.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Yeah.
like if you typed in a prompt that was like as long as the email that you were writing, then that you might as well just write the email at that point.
Yeah. Just write the email, god damn it. Learn how to write a goddamn email. You're supposed to learn that when you're a kid.
I mean, these commercials present a workplace that doesn't even exist anymore, right?
You mean like a workplace,
let's do some Mario RPG.
Oh yeah, sure. Oh, you're doing so well though.
I'm just ready to move on.
Yeah, sure. Oh, he's taunting you. CNET tore them a new one. Well, yeah, it sounds like Apple's new phones are terrible, right? Because they're like AI ready, but they don't have it yet, right? It's like footage not available, when I'm thinking of like when The Simpsons did that gag about Ren and Stimpy being nominated for an award and the episode hadn't been made yet. And we're working on it. It's gonna be great. I saw today, I'm sure a lot of people have seen this. There's a new Coca-Cola ad that is all AI generated. Have you seen it? It looks like fucking shit. And apparently, in order to make the terrible 15 seconds you see, they needed 85 minutes of footage. They pulled from 85 minutes of footage, which sounds like absolutely exhaustive work. And like I saw people saying that they definitely they definitely needed humans to put the Coke logo on the bottle because AI can't generate video with text.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw those commercials. They're really ugly. They're, you know, the same tech demos we've seen already for the past 2 years.
Yeah.
It's nothing impressive in AI.
No.
It's also like AI should only be used in extreme situations. I think like a shot you really can't get, like a I don't know, like something with like you know how like in Lord of the Rings they had the massive. It's like,
oh yeah, like the AI generated like duplicates of the models.
Yeah. It does automatic pathfinding. So the models bump into each other and move different ways around each other, and it's intelligent.
Right.
Like that's only for far away shots though.
Right,
Like,
right. Yeah, it has to be something where you could never tell.
yeah.
But like you shouldn't let AI be doing like the foregrounded work.
It's like, I love using Flash, but to a lot of people, Flash is cheap shit animation. And it's because Flash is a lot cheaper than like cell animation was. So it's, you know, it's a terrible trend that it's used to make it cheaper, because I think that's got potential for filmmaking, but it's look what people use it for.
Look at what they're using it for. I mean, so far it's just
Makes
shit.
it look cheaper. Makes Coca-Cola seem less sweet or something.
Yeah, the Coke doesn't feel like it tastes good anymore.
Yeah, like they changed Coke or something. Like Coca-Cola and advertising, like their advertising is really important. They should never skimp on the advertising.
No, Coke should be spending millions of dollars on their ads. And I mean, they probably did. They probably spent plenty of money on this ad, right?
Well, I guess. It doesn't look like they spent millions on it.
No. But like
they did it to save money, and it looks like it.
is Coke struggling?
Well, yeah, they are
Christmas?
struggling.
Yeah?
Because of boycotts against them.
Who's boycotting them right now?
I mean, that's why I heard a long time ago. I don't know if people are still boycotting.
I mean, I haven't drank a Coke in a very long time, but I'm sure I've bought a Coke product because they own plenty of shit.
But what about Coke? That's their biggest product. If you're not drinking that, that's like a bigger hit against them.
You're probably right. The seltzer revolution is killing Coke.
Yeah, I even saw a news article about a Palestinian Coke like replacing them in Palestine.
Oh wow. What is there, like a bottling plant in Palestine?
I guess.
Well, I'm not saying they don't have those things, just they've been a little busy lately. Like things
They're
have been
still
a little
drinking
screwed up.
soda.
I mean, I hope so. I don't think that's true.
Oh no! Where'd all the games go?
Oh no!
Oh no! Well,
I guess we'll just die then.
that's really strange, cause this save battery lasted for like 20 years. And now it's dead.
Yeah, we played this like less than a year ago. What happened?
I don't know. If we make a new game, will it stick?
Can I even trust this game?
You might be able to trust it again if you change the save, if you change the battery.
How do you change the battery?
If you open up the game, there's a little circular battery in there, and you can just like buy a new one, I guess.
Incredible.
I had this happen to me with Mother 3 on my little purple Game Boy cart thing, my little flash cart. That battery died, and I kept losing my save file on Mother 3. I was so upset about that. Oh man.
Well, do you want to play from the beginning, or do you want to do something less depressing?
I wanted to play from where we left off.
I know. We had that great old save. I guess we should be thankful that we got that on video.
What?
The last time we played, we got that save like recorded. Like a Mario Paint video of our childhood drawings.
Yeah.
Want to play Mario Paint?
Yeah.
Let's paint. Yeah, we just got to be happy we saw those games when we did. It's a little sad. A little sad. Losing those saves.
Oh, it's so sad. So sad. You lost your lame game. I came in and I deleted them while you were asleep, while you were in France. Lame country. Not a winner. Do you have the pad or no?
The mouse pad? No, I'm afraid I don't. I only have hard boxes and stuff. Yay. I had a mildly non-PC thought. How do the Japanese pronounce Mario? They pronounce it Mario. Like me. Mario. Turn off Mario! Put your Marios away! No Mario!
Well, yeah.
I just bought this fucking Mario and they want another Mario already?
I think in Japan they say it like Mario or like Mario.
Mario is what I assume.
Mario.
Yeah.
But
There you
like, in America people say it like Mario, and we say it like Mario.
Mario!
And in Great Britain they also say it like Mario.
They do?
Yeah. Every like YouTuber that does like a thing about Mario always says it like that.
Mario.
It's like Mario Paint is one of the Marioest Mario games.
Oh. Da, da.
Yeah, I appreciate that there's somewhere unrelated to us where people are also saying like Mario.
Mario. We pronounce it like the beginning of Meredith? Mario? No. I don't think so. Mary. Well, you guys did call me Mary when I was a kid.
Yeah,
Mary. Mary, stop playing Mario.
Yeah, you were Mary and I was Johnny.
Johnny and Mary. You're going through your abstract period.
The Bauhaus.
I saw some good art in Paris. I was in Paris. I think I mentioned 2 weeks ago that I was going to Paris. Well, I did. And I went to the Pompidou, the Centre Pompidou in Paris, which is like a modern art museum. It's like their MoMA.
Nice.
It was nice. It was nice. It was nice then, and it's nice now.
Better than the MoMA?
Good question. Let's see. Was it better than the MoMA? I think my son liked it better than the MoMA, but that could be because he's older.
Yeah.
He didn't like the MoMA too much. I struggled at the MoMA. I had a real fucking struggle at the MoMA a few weeks before that. We went to New York for the weekend. I wanted to go to the MoMA. I knew what I was getting myself into. I knew my child doesn't like going to museums. I figured I could squeeze a few minutes out of it. The thing is, he wasn't the worst thing I encountered there. We're about 2 hours in and he's done. He's done. But I'm just like, I'm walking him through as quickly as I can. And I see Frida Kahlo's self-portrait. She draws herself in drag. You know the one I'm talking about?
I think so.
She's just cut her hair and it's all in a heap on the floor. And she's wearing a man's suit. I saw that one in the corner of my eye and I'm like, I want to go over and see Frida. And I was kind of begging my son to just let me fucking see Frida. And he was not having it. He was like, no. He was done. And then Mike came over and Mike wrestled him away from me, much to his own suffering. He took him away towards the exit, and I was just like, that was harrowing. All right, I'm just gonna run up and see Frida real quick. I run up, and there's like 5 people there taking pictures of it. Just like standing in line to take a phone picture of it. Just the second they get up to it, holding their phone up. Like, never seeing it through their eyes. Like, there's never a time where there's air between their eyes and the picture. That, by the way, you can look at online anytime you want. They go to take a picture so they can post it. They're posting while they're there. So I wait my turn. Finally, it's just me and Frida Kahlo. In the corner of my fucking eye, I see someone's phone. Then my other eye, phone. The entire time I was looking at this thing, they were swarming around my eyes. It's over, guys. It's over. Like, this shit's over, right? This shit's over. We've all agreed that we're done with this. Anyway, went to the Pompidou. And actually, Oscar was kind of into some stuff there. What did he like? Let's see. Boobs. What did Oscar like? He really liked models. We saw some like architectural designs. There was a model of the Pompidou itself, which was designed in the 1970s. He thought that was awesome. And then we saw a bunch of like kind of like art installations by this one artist who she kind of used to do it all herself, but she's like 80 years old, and there's like a video of her kind of just instructing other people to do it for her. Like, she's poring over every detail of it and making these beautiful stained glass windows, which are then like installed in a Paris window. And it's like, you get like a sampling of it there, and then you get a video of it being created. And he loved that. He was all over that. I was like, okay, it's kind of amazing to see him disappearing into that's not. No, it was she was I think she was Chinese. She was like I forget her name, but she made like absolutely gorgeous like glass installations, and he was super into these. Yeah, no, just like seeing my 6-year-old stop and look at something and take it in and have an experience of his own, that's brand new. Like, I used to be like, hey, isn't this cool? Because it looks like maybe it's this, and it gives you a feeling, and he just doesn't care. He just doesn't care. But lately, he's kind of seeing it for himself. Like, I don't have to prompt him to care. He's getting to a point where he can look at something and surmise his own feeling and know that that's correct. You know, that like there's nothing wrong with what he's feeling. He doesn't need to be daunted trying to understand it. Like, he can just like something or not like it and feel however he wants about it. And that is happening a little more. It's incredible. Yeah, no, I've kind of given up on introducing him to particular artists. I see some of you have suggestions and ideas here, but he's coming about it in his own way. I'm trying to think if there was anything in particular at the Pompidou that was awesome. I can't fucking remember. When I'm put on the spot, I'm just as uninspired as my son.
Luckily, I'm very inspired all the time.
I love seeing Mondrians. I saw like a bunch of Pete Mondrians at the Pompidou. You know, like you could draw those if you want, like the white images with the blue and yellow and red lines running through them. I can draw it if you want to see.
Yeah,
I'll show you what his pieces look like. My kid could draw that in Mario Paint. How do you do a mass delete? Oh, right. Do the ants. Right, these are ants.
Ants that grunt. They're like talking or something.
Yeah, they're right. They're all communicating with each other.
That's them eating your drawing.
Yes. Carrying it away to their nest.
Yeah, like time lapses of ants eating stuff are always fun.
Yeah. Just seeing it disappear.
Disappear into ants. Or, you know, mealworms are another one.
Yes. Very efficient gobblers.
Ants are so cool.
Ants are so cool. Maybe a little black in here for fun, but not much. It's mostly just primaries. Does this ring a bell to you?
Yeah.
It's very lovely.
What's the artist again?
Mondrian? I saw a little bit of work by oh, shit. I don't remember anyone's name.
Just say what time period and what country.
Okay, it's the guy who founded the School of Visual Arts. The school that I went to and taught at for nearly a decade.
Oh, well, how long ago was that?
Like the mid-century.
Okay.
Help. He died not that long ago, maybe about 10 years ago. None of his original work was there. It was just posters and stuff. He did this very famous Dylan poster that you've probably seen. It looked like this. Dylan, right? And then he had kind of like flower powery hair. No, not Silas Rhodes. Okay, you're right. He's the founder of SVA. This guy just did like, he did like the SVA promotional shit. He was one of the co-founders, maybe. I'm stupid. Don't listen to me.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
Have you seen this poster that I'm referring to here?
I'm not sure. I actually don't know.
It's like Dylan, but he's faceless. You know, he's eyeless, and he's looking down, and his hair is psychedelic. Milton Glaser, thank you. Milton Glaser. That's what I was talking about.
This actually is something that would be useful for AI to do. Why don't you adopt the fucking AI assistant tool?
It would help me remember people's names.
Well, no, it would make it so you could be dumb like you were just now.
I'd rather just
Say,
admit
like,
that
who's
I'm
the
dumb.
guy?
I'd rather
Instead
just
of
admit.
asking Twitch.
Well, I just don't know anything from memory. I can't remember anybody's name ever. And all right, so I saw Milton Glaser art. What else? What else did I see at the Pompidou? Let me think. Trying to think if I saw any famous paintings at the Pompidou that I could
Trying
draw.
to remember things that I saw. Really good. Were they famous?
And then, what is a flower powery looking font to write Dylan?
Not famous enough. Not famous
Enough.
enough. For
Don't
you
even
to
know.
remember.
The Here, I'll let you take the reign while I think about it a little bit.
I'm gonna make a stab. Do we have the Heidi?
Oh, this one, this battery's still working.
Yeah.
Da, 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 da.
Well, maybe it has to do with how often you play the game.
Maybe. We play this one pretty frequently.
Yeah, it was at the top of the pile.
Heidi. I came back to Heidi. She's fine. I was so sure. Like, every time I leave, I'm like, Heidi's gonna die while I'm gone. But she's fine.
It's fine.
She's fine. She actually gained some weight.
Yeah,
I think
she
she's
looks better.
Yeah, she looks better. She's been spoiled while I was gone. Oh, it's oh, did I draw the Dylan poster backwards? I wondered if I was. I'm right-brained because I'm left-handed, don't you know? Ah. Toothy. Cute. Oh, that's so cute. That looks so much like her. I'm just in love with it, like it's my dog.
Yeah, Heidi was growling at me a lot today.
Yeah, she's pretty grunty lately. She's a grouch.
She's a Gruntworth.
It's all she has. She's got a grunt.
Yeah. Well, she has more grunt than bite.
Yeah, no, she doesn't bite. She's got no teeth.
She's never bit me.
No, she's never bit me either. Her teeth have occasionally grazed me in anger. But you know, who among us haven't grazed their buddies with their teeth by accident?
Heidi's a bitch.
Yeah.
We love her.
I love that dusty old bitch.
She's cute.
Dog oral hygiene is hard. Yeah. I brush that dog's teeth every night. It's honestly like something I'm most proud of with Mike. Like it's something I'm most proud of, just like that we've achieved together that we hate to do so much is brush the dog's teeth every night. She when she got her last 13 teeth removed, she only has 13 left. the doctor said, this is the last time you're going to have her teeth removed. So we decided then and there we were not going to fail Heidi. We needed to keep those 13 teeth going. Yeah, every night we pop that dog's mouth open and brush those horrible teeth. Ah. Dylan would write a song about Heidi called like Little Miss Lady Dog. Or like Long-Toothed Woman. Every dog must get a bone. And she doesn't want to be alone. Looks like a toy. Looks like a bath toy.
Yeah. There's the water, which looks like bath.
Bath fun.
Oh, it overlaps. Nice.
They'll bone you in the middle of the street. Yeah, that looks like playing in the bath.
Yeah, I mean, these are like toys, these shapes.
Mm-hmm. Fun. That clip needs to go into outer space, right?
Yes.
Like, that is like if you can only save one clip of Mel Blanc's voice. Joe, do you want to hear about my experience watching Joker 2 last night?
Yes. Let's hear.
All right, do you ever plan on seeing this movie?
No.
Have you seen the first one?
No.
Okay, just collecting a little information before I begin. All right, if you plan on seeing Joker 2, you might want to mute me for a little while. So, I was in France, hanging out with my aunt, hanging out with our aunt, who I just adore, and was so happy to see her. She loved this movie, Joker 2. Loved it. And for that reason alone, I knew I had to give it a shot. Also, I knew that a lot of people hate it, and I just can't help myself when people hate something. I have to see if I like it. So I checked it out last night. It wasn't good. But I can see a few reasons why our aunt liked it. One of them is that the performances were good. They gave their all. They gave their all, unfortunately to nothing, but the performances were good. The other reason, and I don't know that this was why our aunt liked it, but it's one of the things I liked about it, Well, I don't know if I liked it, but why I think it's kind of good that it exists is that it completely hatefully defies all expectations of what it could and should have been. The first movie, I don't know how much you know about it, but it wasn't a musical. This one was a musical. And the thought of all the people who loved the first Joker movie discovering in the theater that this was a musical is very funny to me. That this $200 million movie was a musical when they didn't expect it to be because the first one wasn't. I like when a director does stupid shit like that. I must say. I like when a director takes a swing at something that is almost guaranteed to not make anybody but himself happy. That said, unfortunately, it was a swing and a miss. Aside from the fact that it took a massive financial risk by making a movie nobody would like, it didn't take much of a risk in the way of creativity. Very predictable, beat by beat. Absolutely nothing. Not a single showpiece to write home about. Really long for no reason. Really long because every movie has to be fucking long. And, very, in my opinion, very insubstantial. It's just boring shit. Boring shit. So, like, the first movie, the Joker comes into existence and commits some crimes and gets arrested for them. Becomes famous for them. His cult builds, right? And in the second movie, he's on trial. And, like, I'm generally a fan of a good trial story. I love when the story unfolds and then the characters are judged, their morals are judged as part of the story. I love The Stranger. I love Crime and Punishment. I love the Brothers Karamazov. This was really fucking boring, because there was, like, nothing morally gray about it. The Joker went nuts and killed some people. There was no morality to debate. There was no thoughtful ideas in this to debate. So instead of being like, a deliberate relitigation of what we had seen, as Mike put it, this was like a fucking DLC. It was like content reuse. It was like asset reuse. This movie cost $200 million. There were like 3 locations in this movie. It did not look expensive. But I saved the worst part for last. The part that I just had to tell you about. The movie begins, the very first shot of the movie, with a giant 1930s Warner Brothers logo. Followed by a cartoon that does not look like a Looney Tunes cartoon at all.
What was this? It was like a short film that played before the movie?
It was part of the movie. It wasn't like a feature before the movie. It was a short film that like sort of summed up the previous story while kind of setting up what this one would be about. It shows the Joker being like famous and committing his big crime and then getting punished for it. And like there's a suggestion of like a split personality type thing. This was animated by the director of the Triplets of Belleville, which is extra confounding to me because it did not look good. All I can say when I think about why the fuck they do this, why they parade around that logo, is to remind us that they own all of that shit. And they will never hire another good animator ever again. Yeah, I am complaining about Joker too. For the person who just came in. I mean, you can imagine what it looked like. It didn't look good.
Yeah, I've also gotten some bad movie recommendations from around.
I mean, I love that she's like keeping up with movies and that she feels passionately about them. And I want to feel the way she feels. So my feeling about it, you say you feel like the movie was a big joke. I think you're right. I think what Todd Phillips is trying to say is that he didn't want to make this movie. You wanted him to make it. All you stupid, ugly, pig-faced fans wanted him to make it. He didn't want to make it. That's not him. But you made him make it. And you walked away from him and rejected him the moment he made the thing that he didn't want to make. You abandoned him. You stupid fucking pigs. He took the money and ran. And like, I don't feel any particular way about Batman and the Joker. When I saw that first movie, I suppose it felt like a subversion of what everybody else had done, which was, you know, bland, same old shit, self-serious shit. And he made a movie that was kind of goofy and over the top, and it felt like it was saying something. I want to go back and see if I love that you're using the paintbrush that way. I liked the first movie. Yeah, it's like Taxi Driver. It's like a Scorsese movie. But it felt fun. I don't know, it felt fun. This was absolutely joyless.
Oh, yeah, I didn't see Joker, but I saw the King of Comedy, which I hear is very similar.
Yeah, it's basically, yeah, like a guy who's not funny at all, who goes nuts.
Yeah.
And goes after somebody who is famous. And this movie was just kind of a continuation of that. Of some, like, the unfunny person you've ever seen getting attention from morons.
Yeah, this fucking clown.
Yeah.
Shut up! You're not funny! It's like, who's the real clown? The guy who dresses up as a clown, or you? It's like, shut up!
The guy with the dead parents.
Who am I? My parents are dead. I'm so sad. Oh, boo-hoo. What was me?
Oh my god. Oh, there's so many awful scenes. There's a scene where he's representing himself on trial in like full Joker makeup, and he's doing like a Southern Baptist voice. Like not Southern Baptist, like a Southern lawyer voice. He's just like, well, let me remind you that, like, unbearable. For like, he does this for like 5 minutes. Yeah, no, it's probably a reference to B Movie. You're right. Probably a reference to the movie B Movie. I don't know. I've never seen B Movie. Maybe you're right. No, it's a reference to every movie you've ever seen. It's boring.
Yeah, I also noticed that there's a Mufasa movie coming out, which is also just a sequel to a piece of shit movie that was already a remake of a better movie.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that looks really, really bad.
Bland and redundant.
I mean, the thing is, like, I don't even want to call it a bad movie because it doesn't look like a real movie to me. Like, it looks like...
Made-up movie.
Yeah, it's a made-up movie, exactly.
Generated, like the Coca-Cola commercials. It looks almost as bad as those Coca-Cola commercials do.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're probably trained on those movies.
Yeah. Yeah, they're trained on those movies. You're just like watching the lions drink Coke. I mean, no, wait. Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's like the most boring way of doing cartoon animals is just making them realistic and having them barely move at all.
Right. Like, yeah, like the original movie, the animators went to Africa and watched real lions moving around.
Yeah.
This time they just took a 3D model of a real lion. Like they eliminated the part where the animators had to look at a real lion.
Yes. Lazy. Like by like imitating something with like pristine computerized accuracy, they are completely losing. It's like we were talking about how the scorched earth sunset is more like a real sunset than like a photo of a sunset could ever be. Like, they're just taking pictures of lions and showing it to us and being like, isn't this fascinating? Like, no, I want to see a human looking at a lion. I want to like Malkovich into an animator's brain and see what a lion is. Yeah, like I was listening to Andres Deja talking about Milk Call's animation on Shere Khan, and he was like talking about like how observation is why it's so good. Like he observed this creature. That's why he was able to make it look like that. Like he had the full understanding of someone who studied the movement of it. Mm-hmm. That's a tiger. Look at all those stripes. That's impossible. It's like impossible. And added onto that, you have to also make it like a cartoon character. So it's like its head is like a hand puppet kinda, and the rest of its body is a literal tiger.
Yeah, no, he gets the movement of the tiger, but it's not just like it's not just pristine accuracy. It is the way a human sees a tiger. Like when a human looks at a tiger, they see the power and the way it moves, like our understanding of a tiger is unique to us. No other animal is watching our portrayal of a tiger.
No, that's true. No, a cat might be able to watch TV a little bit, but they don't care about it the way we do. They wouldn't understand what a character like that represents in a Disney movie. No. They're like, am I in danger? Am me in danger? Well, then I guess in that case, that's how you're supposed to interpret that villain.
Yeah.
Me in danger?
Me in danger?
And, no. Me brave. Swat at. Scrape.
Cats are so brave. They're so tiny and so brave. You say it's bizarre that they shut 2D animation down entirely. Yeah, I mean it's too labor intensive. By the time they closed all those studios, they were already outsourcing all the work overseas.
Damn it! Now it just looks like a sandwich.
Yeah, it looks delicious.
Yum.
I want to eat it. Yum. How do you like my sandwich, Batman?
Yeah, he had to get away somehow. He gets a sandwich. And I don't know, was he hit Batman with it? Or does he like distract him with it?
The sandwich is so delicious that even Batman has a hard time saying.
I got you a sandwich from Katz's Deli. You have to eat it.
It was $24.
Well, like he's trying to like find out who he is, who Batman is. And it's like Bruce Wayne, he's Jewish, so you know if he eats the sandwich.
Right. Well, I have 2 sandwiches. One is pastrami on rye, and the other is just cheese. Yeah, like if he eats the pastrami, that really narrows things down in Gotham City. Have we played Drawful? No, what's that?
Not no.
Not no. It looks like Dad Rock and Dryer says it looks like one of those bunless sandwiches keto people get at Five Guys.
It's just a pile of sandwich ingredients.
It's like a burger wrapped in lettuce.
Ah, okay.
Bad.
This is like
It's a Jackbox drawing game. Can we play that on the stream? We probably could, huh?
maybe.
We just both need a tablet, right?
Yeah, we both have to be at our stations.
We could play in here. We got 2 Cintiqs up here. Yeah, that's
maybe.
right. We got 2 Cintiqs up here. It's a living.
2 Cintiqs.
You need one to draw it all. Yes, you need one to have a career. You need one to draw Penny Arcade. You need one to draw Control-Alt-Delete. 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 You need one to draw your webcomic.
Yeah, that's what they said, right?
Well, it's what everyone thought. And as a result, we got a lot of webcomics with very smooth lines and bad drawings underneath the very smooth lines.
Yeah, well, I never got a tablet. I only ever made comics with a mouse.
With a
like
mouse?
An asshole. Well, I mean, I did use a mouse for a long time, and then when I finally got a tablet, I never really stopped using a mouse.
You were comfortable.
I mean, look how good I am.
You're very good at this.
Here, Batman. Dr. Brown's black cherry for you to wash it down. Meanwhile, your non-girlfriend will perish.
Delicious. I'm so hungry and thirsty for that right now.
Let me make this look a little bit more like a cat's sandwich. It's just like a wall of food.
And a ticket that shows how long you waited to get it. Yeah, that is very pastrami colored. Unfortunately, on the stream, it's just pink. But try to imagine it's pastrami colored, everyone. It looks great.
Oh, excuse me.
Whew. I'm
Yeah.
tired. I'm still on French time. I turned 40 the other day.
You turned 40.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. Oh, lordy. I turned 40. And, what do I have to show for it?
You have a human being that you made.
Who?
A little guy.
It's on the tip of my tongue.
Let's load up Mario RPG and see what the names were.
Right.
Oh yeah. We can't.
Yeah. We can load up any other game we've saved recently to see the name.
The name of the little guy.
Yeah.
It's like, what if you lived for like 700 years and like continued having little guys in that time and then like started playing a game? Is like, oh yeah, I forgot about him.
Oh my god, right. Like if you were like a vampire or something and you just kept having guys, forgot about your children.
But like the like the battery lasts that long.
Oh my god. Why did I call my game this? Wasn't that the name of your first child? It's written in the book of you. You're so old that there have been many books written about your life. Oh yeah. Him. Remember that guy? I think that I remember that guy. He was my child. Now I think he died.
I think there was the one time you had a child and he was a guy. What was his name? It was Kyle or Mike or Jonathan or Meredith or Bob. What was it? What was it?
What was it? What was it? What was it again? I can't remember my song. I just cannot remember my song.
I mean, it's okay. He was had.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't need to do anything after your son was had.
Yeah, it's true. I sent him off into the world. Into the world. Don't care how you do. Yeah, no, I had a son.
You had a child. Now he's a guy. He's just some guy. He's just a guy.
He's a guy. He's a guy. He's a guy. I don't even have to try. He's a guy. He's a guy. He already exists. He is a guy. He's a guy. My oh my. He's my guy. Forgot about him.
Why even try? He's already alive. Already alive. He is a guy. Remember that time that you had child?
Yeah, no.
We're pregnant a while, and then you had child.
Is that him? Is that guy?
It's just like a pond.
It's a Fisher Price man. You guys are asking Lopsy if he's seen Flight of the Conchords? That was like 25 years ago. I think Lopsy was in short pants. Leave him alone.
Leave him alone! He's a human!
Also, don't watch that show. It sucks.
I forget if I've seen it. What is it?
It's just some dumb show in the 2000s that everybody thinks they loved.
So you saw it, you didn't like it?
I remember not being impressed.
Yeah. What kind of show?
it was like a couple of guys, and they were a band too. Like they were a band called Flight of the Conchords. They're like a comedy band.
Okay.
So in every episode, there'd be funny songs about funny, like just like funny novelty songs about the thing that the episode was about.
Okay.
Trying to remember what the signature one was. Something about being old. Having sex when you're old. Sex when you're old. I think there was sex when you're old. Is that a thing? Was there a song about being old and having sex? Business Time, yeah. There's a song called It's Business Time. And it was like an old couple having sex. Not funny. Look, I don't know. I was very contrarian in those years. It's possible I missed what was great about it. But I suspect not. I distinctly remember, like, I think our brother made this. He did like a picture with like a bunch of Mario heads on spikes with like blood coming out of the top and like over like an open red sky and like the serious music playing. You performed hippopotamus versus rhinoceros at your high school talent show and got kicked out for saying you were horny. I mean, that's fun. That's a fun use of a novelty song. Getting in trouble for the lyrics.
Yeah. You ever have to like invert a t-shirt?
Personally, no. No, because I, what the hell? Oh. Sorry, guys. I installed a new smart light, and, it's already fucking doing things I don't want it to do!
Uh-oh.
I'm mad about this goddamn computer. Computer life. Yeah, it's a dumb light. Exactly. Look, you need to will these things into they need to bend to your own will. Don't let the computer make decisions for you.
Yeah, but wasn't it your decision that you just don't like?
Yeah, well, the thing is I didn't finish the automation. So I have it turning off at a certain hour because we tend to leave the lights on up here by accident. I hate coming up at night to turn them off. So I'm like, all right, most nights by 10 we're not up here anymore. But what I didn't do was set an exception for Wednesday.
Yeah.
Usually, like, I find the automations fun, honestly. Usually you got to run the automation in your life a little bit to see what it should actually be. So it has to annoy you at least once or twice. Any topics that you wanted to talk about tonight?
Oh, sure. Yeah, let's see. What did I write down?
I have one, but I feel like I've been bringing up a lot myself.
Well, I wanted to talk about Alex Lovey, creator of Cool Cat and Merlin the Magic Mouse.
Right, so we just celebrated the birthday of Merlin the Magic Mouse, the Seven Arts classic character from the mid-century, from the 1960s. Please, what do you know about this fucker?
Nothing, just that's who's responsible for it. He made those terrible characters, and it was at the end of Looney Tunes' existence, basically. They did that stupid ad that's like, yeah, let's roll out the red carpet for our new characters.
And those characters
funny. Were Myrtlin the Magic Mouse and Second Banana and Cool Cat. Lame fucking losers.
Loser
the
cartoon.
60s, and cartoons are so cheap and crundy.
Very crundy, shitty little like guitar, like twangy little guitar songs in your fucking Looney Tunes.
Yeah.
Like, you didn't know that Roadrunner and Wile E. Coyote could be unfunny. Did you ever imagine you'd be falling asleep during a Roadrunner cartoon?
Yeah, that's right. There was like the bad Roadrunners. There's like the bad Popeyes too. Like,
oh yeah, if you see if you see the whites of his eyes.
Yeah.
If his eyes are
Don't
white.
fire until you see the whites of his eyes.
Right. Firing your remote control.
Fire the remote control. Oh yeah, that was a topic I wanted to talk about. Didn't we used to call it the TV tuner?
The TV tuner.
Like, when did that become remote control?
When a TV tuner became a different thing, right?
I don't know.
What about a channel changer?
I don't know. Did anyone call it that?
Dead Rock Enjoyer says you won at solitaire. That's what this looks like.
Yes, I wanted solitaire.
Isn't all of Scooby-Doo crumbly? Of course.
Oh my god, it's so crumby.
100%.
Like Holden Caulfield says everything is crumby.
Crummy?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, with the B.
With a B.
Yeah. Everything's crummy. Yeah. Holden Caulfield was living in this time, right? In the mid-century.
I guess, yeah. That was the time where all the Looney Tunes started to get crummy.
Yeah.
And he got mad about that.
Yeah, where they wrote fuck on a grave. And he's like, why do they have to do that? Hanna-Barbera made a Scooby-Doo clone called Goober. Do you know about this?
No. I know they've made countless Scooby-Doo clones.
Yes. I mean, Jabberjaw was a Scooby-Doo clone. You're doing like labor to get this picture made.
What picture?
You're making a magic eye.
Yeah, you have to like get all the way up there at the TV and cross your eyes.
Was Precious Pup was like a third-rate Hanna-Barbera character?
I don't know what that is.
Precious Pup. I remember. Okay, I actually have something that's sort of relevant. It's not Hanna-Barbera, but like, you know, I have memories of like bad cartoon. You know, not liking a cartoon, but like. My first memory of profound disgust as a child, because, you know, when you're a child, when up to a certain age, you cannot combat the shit that they're throwing at you, right?
I guess, yeah, they really got us with a lot of that shit.
Oh yeah. Like, we hate it now, but back then we just watched it, right? And I remember when, Honeycombs, the cereal, right? They started using this 3D character called I Am Hungry. In their commercials. And I was thinking about I Am Hungry recently.
Yeah.
And how it is the first, probably the first time that I can remember being like, what is this fucking shit that they're telling me that I'm supposed to like?
You mean like when it comes to like computer animation?
Well, just like, here's a new guy. Like, here's a new thing, kids. And
I am hungry.
I am hungry. And I was just like, this is nothing. That's how I felt about it.
You're not convinced to go to McDonald's.
No, I'm not going to McDonald's for this. Yeah, you're right. A value Tasmanian devil. That's what he was.
Yeah.
I am hungry.
They got rid of the value and they got rid of him.
Yeah. They like the President's Choice brand Tasmanian devil.
Now let's turn her around.
Oh, right, you can flip them. So great. So you can have symmetrical Heidi's fighting. And we often did.
Upside down.
There's something grotesque about 90s characters that were designed in 3D instead of in 2D and then modeled in 3D.
By the way, I didn't want to interrupt, but I am hungry is something different from the honeycomb thing.
Oh, really? What
Yeah.
is I am hungry?
It's a McDonald's.
It's McDonald's.
thing.
Okay.
It was like Ronald McDonald like gives him one cheeseburger and like gets him to go away.
Oh, right. It was McDonald's. Right. You guys were all sitting here listening to me talk about I am hungry. Meanwhile, I'm thinking
It's
of...
the same in your mind.
It's the same. It's like this furry guy that wanted it.
It's like a crazy craving for McDonald's instead of a crazy craving for honeycomb. They were just like blatantly ripping off someone else's ad campaign.
Right. It was like Honey Guy or something. Like, what was that guy's name?
I have no idea what his name was, but he wasn't even the only insane mascot character for the cereal.
Right.
Like, there was the cuckoo bird, and there was also a honey guy who was like, I'll do anything for my honey.
Ah! Right. I mean, the Trix Rabbit was a bit of a fiend. They were all going after their food. You remember Trix Yogurt?
Yeah.
He wanted that too.
Yeah. Yeah, he wants yogurt. He just wants the flavor.
Yeah. Oh my god. This is killing me, remembering all these fucking cartoon characters that I hated.
They sucked. They occupied our lives. They made it possible for us to watch the cartoons we loved, and they were such an endurance test over the years, getting more and more grotesque. Where they would get like higher budgets, and the rabbit would have like more shading on him, and he'd be like even creepier looking. Like, and look.
Oh, I remember the grotesque faces and shit, and like the older we got.
Tricks. Oh, I need my tricks.
Right, his ears just like twirling.
Yeah,
into
his ears twirling.
Contortions.
It's like his hands like I can't even draw that.
The honeycomb craver. Yeah, like you'd find him on a t-shirt at Pacific Sunwear or some shit.
Please give me my tricks. Some yogurt would do. Delicious flavors. Two flavors swirled together. It's like that for 20 years.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, when I went to college, I got rid of my TV and I never looked back. And I know for a few years it was pretty pretentious to say that. But like, I couldn't wait to get away from this fucking shit.
Yeah, I copied you as soon as I could.
Yeah, no more TV.
I don't really watch TV. Yeah, like, I feel like ads are shit. Like, we've suffered through other ads, like Geico crap for years.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no. And I mean, we still suffer through, like, 3-second long YouTube ads.
Yeah. Sucks.
But like, we used to watch, like, 20 minutes of cartoons and 11 minutes of ads.
Oh my god. I hate it. I hate that people watch ads to watch my videos.
Yeah.
They're dumb. Ads are a waste of our lives.
Waste of our
lives. Fucking ads. Block every ad.
They make me mad.
The only ad I want is ad on. That blocks every ad on website I'm on. No ads, and my life will go on.
Oh yeah, you're right. There was a lot of animators were kept afloat by those ads. Sure, we need to support the ads because a few animation professors were keeping the lights on, making that shit.
Not my fruitylicious job. Everyone has to make jobs. Everyone has to make change like Obama makes jobs.
I mean, it's true. Like, a lot of my professors in college worked on a lot of the shit that we're complaining about right now. But
Fucking sucks.
They worked on shitty old Popeye cartoons and shit. But they also worked on Sesame Street, which was cool. It wasn't a total loss.
Yeah, I mean, you do what you gotta do. But, like, I mean, it didn't matter how good those ads looked. They were always soulless because it's just terrible products being sold. Oh boy, I'm so close to getting my hands on fruitylicious, tasty tricks. Part of this delicious breakfast. You eat it and also have to eat breakfast.
You have to eat a piece of bread, orange juice, a cup of milk, oatmeal, yogurt, and a steaming cup of coffee for mom and dad. All right, I saw an ad. I forgot to post this to the Thingus Discord. I will. But I need to show this to you, Joe. I saw an ad. Maybe you've probably seen this. I saw an ad for the Jetsons Meet the Flintstones.
Yeah. Wait, why are they all pointing upwards?
I don't know why. Perhaps they'll die. For the chat. For some reason, they're all pointing upwards.
Yeah, well, we talked before about how the Jetsons just live above the Flintstones.
Right, so they're all like, yeah, pointing up to outer space. I don't know, it might also be like some Nazi dog whistle or something.
I mean, they could be the same thing.
Yes.
It's like, why become Nazis when we could be space Nazis?
Yeah. I mean, that's already what the Jetsons are, right?
I don't know, maybe.
Well, they're living off of the fuel that the Flintstones are mining on the ground, right?
The fuel?
Or whatever the hell
You
the
think
Flintstones are doing down there.
So they still use the fossil fuels of the dinosaur age? I feel like it makes more sense that the Flintstones happened a long time ago and they have the fossils of Fred Flintstone now. Although they used a time machine to bring him here, so he's able to use his own remains as a fuel.
I always said you've packed a punch, Fred.
Yeah, we really are, we have the courtesy of Fred's 2 feet to thank.
Fred was used to power George Jetson's treadmill. Which he was using by accident. He didn't even want to use it.
No, that is one of the problems of the future, is that a lot of the technology is unnecessary and doesn't even help. And I feel like, you know, we're seeing a surge of that right now.
Yeah, and the humans don't know how to turn it off. They're begging for their wives to come in and help them.
Yeah, like, no offense, but your TV! Like, I've never been able to turn it on.
My TV? Oh,
yes.
yeah. Oh, trust me, I hate it too. I hate that TV.
Oh my god. It's a good example of just like everything is so complicated about like this. There's so many layers of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, I know. We're never going to escape this. It's just gonna get worse. Like, George got into this whole mess because he was so fucking lazy, he was letting the dog walk on the treadmill.
Well, I mean, what if it's like a 3-hour elevator ride to the ground?
Right. There's no ground. It's the only way for the dog to walk.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. It feels like technology has definitely complicated his life in a lot of ways in that situation. He's forced to live this high because it's like probably dangerous down there or something. Or maybe it's just everyone's up here, so he doesn't want to live with the mutants down there.
I mean, Fred is burdened by the technology too.
That's true.
His cat kicks him out and he has to spend the night outdoors.
Well, the cat's just a pet, I thought.
Maybe, yeah, maybe the cat doesn't do anything.
The cat doesn't do anything.
Cool. Yeah, the cat doesn't do anything. It's not a living for him.
No.
It's the living for the cat is throwing Fred Flintstone outside every night.
Yeah.
Do we have any heroes and villains from the week?
Yeah. Yeah, who was my hero? Christine Cavanaugh.
Hero or villain?
She's a hero. You know, voice of Chucky Finster.
Yes.
And Dexter.
Yeah, it is a tremendous voice. All the little boys that didn't want things to be happening to them.
Yeah, like the moon crashes into his lab and destroys it.
No, my sweet, it's me, Dexter.
Oh yeah, that was another one. Like teen Dexter. He thought becoming a teen would make the girl like him.
No.
But he's just like a scrawny teen with a geeky voice.
He's disgusting to her. She thought he was adorable when he was a little boy. It's the best he could have hoped for. Pretty.
Yup.
Heroes and villains. Well, Todd Phillips didn't exactly get into my good books this week, but he's really on a razor's edge because, like I said, I don't hate that he took the money and ran. He took $200 million and blew it into outer space. I mean, it's not like anybody else was using it for anything good. Who are my heroes? Do we like The Hangover? I never saw that movie. I missed out on that.
Yeah, I mean, it's okay. It's alright. It's good. I guess I didn't feel like, you know, when the second movie came out, I didn't feel like, oh yeah, I gotta see The Hangover 2.
The cigar liker says they feel like there's no jokes in that movie.
Was no jokes in The Hangover?
Was that one of those 2000s movies that was like 2.5 hours long? Remember like that era of comedy where it was just like the uncut version on DVD, and it's like that's the only version you get to watch now is like a 2.5 hour long movie. Like, why would anyone want to watch a long comedy?
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a version of The Hangover that's fun, but it's not the version that got released on DVD. I've never seen a minute of this movie, and I'm like, I've surmised all of this from the era it came out.
In real news, The Onion buys InfoWars.
That's right. The Onion bought InfoWars. What do you think?
Well, I was gonna change the game while we heard what you think.
All right. Yeah, I think we got time for one last game. You thought it was a mistake to see Jackass 2? We really differ. We really differ on that front. We saw Jackass 2 together, right? Which Jackass movie did we see at the Roosevelt Field Mall after getting high in our mom's caravan? Which one was that?
Yeah, I guess it was Jackass 2.
It might have been Jackass, the first Jackass, but we died laughing. It was the greatest night of my life. It was a very memorable night. The Onion. Where does The Onion get all of its money? That's what I want to know. On Blue Sky, a guy named Tim Onion claims to own The Onion. That seems fake. I think all the Jackass movies are good. I think you can't go wrong personally.
Well, empty. On Blue Sky, people can self-verify. So there's no blue check marks anywhere.
Right,
There's just people with the URL. So if they don't own the URL, they can't have the verification. And it doesn't look like anything. It just says your name.
Right. .com.
.com.
So, Blue Sky, it's been 2 weeks since we talked on the show. Blue Sky's gotten, like, pretty fucking popular, right? In the last couple weeks.
Yeah, like, it's gotten, like, 10 million new people since the last time we talked.
Yeah. And, I gotta say, although the vibes are still not rancid, I don't really like how it's changing my behavior. I feel like I'm being a little too aware of metrics again when I was kind of not thinking about them. And one behavior that I did not miss that is back is reading some tweet I'm just gonna call it that because that's what it is.
Yeah.
And then and I wasn't even that interested in the tweet. And then reading the replies.
Oh, it's a 2-player. No, I didn't set up a second one. Is there a reset shortcut?
No, no reset shortcut. Yeah, the numbers are going up. Sales are up.
I can't find the other extension cable, so I don't know if I can play.
Oh, wait. Can you only play this 2D? 2-player?
I might be able to fix that, but yeah.
It's okay. I'll watch you play.
Okay. I guess I have to start a new game because it's like a 2-player game or something.
If you start at 2-player, you have to play. Yeah.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah, the thing with Blue Sky is like it's just gonna be the exact same shit. It's just gonna be the exact same shit, you know? Everyone's being hysterical on there already. Everybody is, despite their best intentions, already dunking on each other again, and you know, owning the libs and owning the Thuglicans and going after each other. It's the same like engagement farming shit already.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you feel that way about it?
Well, I feel like we got all of those people all at once. They were like, oh, well, you know, the algorithm isn't working out for me on Twitter.
Yeah.
So I'll just look for engagement elsewhere.
Exactly. Yeah.
But I do believe that the platform has made a better attempt at like keeping those things from like going viral and getting pushed to you. Like I think that like those replies I've mostly looked for myself. I don't feel anything when I happen to see them. I can just move on. Like the platform does something or something. I guess there's probably bots too, but it's just like more people than bots. It probably bans you if it feels like you're just like malicious. Which, you know, a lot of the bots are.
Yeah.
So like the bots steer the conversation. And like it's just less bots. I don't get harassed by anybody. Nobody's like looking for likes or anything like that.
I mean, I think they are. It's just not, it just hasn't escalated that much yet. Like they just arrived. Like the famous people have come and the brands are coming, right?
Well, there's block lists. I'm just gonna block every brand.
Yeah, but apparently some of the block lists are also malicious now. So like you sign up to block everybody on a block list, and then it turns out the person who runs the list is like a white supremacist, and they start adding other accounts that like you didn't want to block to it.
Okay, then I'm not using block lists if they're just like gonna change on me.
Yeah.
They're just gonna include people that I don't want to block.
Yeah, you have to like watch out for who's maintaining a block list.
All right. Well, I haven't used any yet.
No, me neither. I just unfollow people. Like it's nice. I just unfollow people who I don't want to see.
Yeah.
And it's kind of nice that you can do that. You can just get annoying people out of your life. But
Well,
I don't know. I still feel like the addiction to like looking for attention on there is going to lead to like a lot of the same unhealthy engagement.
yeah.
I'm already feeling that way about it, and I don't want to get sucked back into that shit.
I'm just seeing a lot of stuff I don't even want to see. Like stuff that's just like I didn't really miss a lot of this stuff when I left Twitter. It's like now there's a million people. So like if I look at my, I feel like I have to constrain it to like my own feeds, because if I look at the Discover feed, it's just like an endless torrent of people.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I've never looked at that before.
I mean, I was wasting my time looking at YouTube shorts before. So I feel like this is a little bit better.
A little
because
less, yeah.
It's less algorithmic. That's, you know, a problem with every single one of those sites.
Right.
It's like there's an algorithm on it, but like, you know, you just said you don't even use it. So
I mean, yeah, there
use the
is an
site
algorithm. I've noticed, like it's trying to push like who to follows at me, and some of them I'm just like, why are you pushing this person on me?
Yeah.
And like sometimes that person is me. Like I've been pushed on people, and I feel like the engagement I get from all those follows is actually pretty low quality. Maybe I'm not posting the right things, but then I'm thinking about what I could post to please those people, and I don't like the thought of that at all.
Yeah, that, I mean, you should only tweet for yourself.
Well,
is how I feel.
I feel like I'm literally just tweeting to make you laugh, and everything I read you say is just directed at me.
Yeah, everything I tweet is like, Meredith will think this is funny, and then she does. And it's like, I said that.
Yeah, I said it.
I said it.
Pictures of the incredible universe.
Yeah, well, you know, I actually do think about other people because you've seen it and they haven't. You know, a lot of people are just like browsing on fucking Blue Sky, and there's like fucking ugly aesthetics everywhere in this world. And it's like, how about for a change you look at my tweet where it's like the most beautiful thing you've ever seen, and also kind of like what happened to it and like its death.
Yeah. It's gone. It's gone now, but it's beautiful. And isn't it nice that there's a picture of it?
Yeah, there's actually videos of it that on YouTube.
I feel like that's a lot of Thingus content. Maybe we should start a Thingus account on there so we can like document some of these images that we're thinking about all week.
Maybe if yeah, like I do have a lot of Thingus images. Like I posted one in the Discord before. Did you see it? It was just like a picture of bar stools, and like I was sitting on them and thinking like, this is familiar. It's a Thingus.
Oh really? I didn't see it. Do I have Discord open? No.
Yeah,
I'll
look
take
at
a
the bar
it.
stools real quick and tell me, maybe it's not the same thing as in person, but like, I feel like we had those.
Oh, somebody posted I am hungry to the chat. Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. The honeycomb monster. There's like a video of a girl transforming into it.
Oh, these stools?
Yeah. Wouldn't you just like imagine yourself sitting at that stool?
I mean,
while
that
using the Doom computer?
Maybe. Yeah, right. Maybe we had one at the table with where the Doom computer was. I would love to see a big, tall computer like the Doom computer again.
Yeah.
Just like a long computer with nothing but shit inside.
Oh man, I would love old computers. I would love to get some old computers.
I'm
That'd be so
afraid.
cool.
I'm afraid that they'll explode and set my house on fire.
Well, I mean, maybe you could like go to school for like electronics and like find out like something that'll make you less scared.
There are people who will build them for you. If I could get somebody to just build me like the power stuff and make some recommendations for the rest, then maybe I could feel safer.
Yeah.
I would definitely love to at least have a shell that looks like an old computer with like hardware that will emulate old stuff. I would love to have a CD-ROM drive and a floppy disk drive and play any old game that I encounter anywhere, you know? Because I have like CD-ROMs and floppy disks that I really want to know what's inside.
Yeah.
And I really want to run it too.
Yeah, secret floppies.
Mm-hmm. Oh. Oh.
Yeah, like I had a weird floppy disk, and on it was a game with like a gnome, and the gnome threw a bone, and it was in like a cavern, and there were very few graphics besides the gnome and the bones.
And you've never figured out what that game is called.
No, it didn't feel like it was even a finished game. Like maybe it was just somebody's demo.
Maybe. I saw somebody on social media the other day saying like, I made this game in like 1987 or something, and I only ever sold 10 copies of it, and I sold my computer, and I sold it with like the only copy of the game I had in the 90s. And does anybody have this? Like, it's like a long shot, but does anybody have this game? And I mean, it seems very unlikely that he'll ever find it, but I just love like holding out hope for something like that, you know?
Yeah. Well, we often forget that Xers exist. Mm-hmm. They're alive still.
Yes, they're not that old yet. And they were making all those computer games that we like vaguely remember and that are like important to us in like these deep set ways. I mean, Scorched Earth is incredibly important to us.
Yeah.
It's the mother of all games.
Oh yeah, it's still like it's more fun than chess.
Yeah.
Play with two people.
Yeah, no, it is totally like it totally rivals chess in its funness for me. And I think that developer is very proud of Scorched Earth still. You know, It's not like on his website, it's not like he's like, that was, you know, forever ago, I don't care about that anymore. He's still like, I made Scorched Earth.
Hell yeah. I would also be very proud of Scorched Earth.
Yeah.
Which is from 1990 or so.
Is it from 1990? Yeah, you're probably
like
right.
91, I think.
It's an incredible game.
But we could play that on the shittiest computer and have so much fun.
Yeah, it would play on like a two color computer, right?
I mean, it didn't suck that bad. The Doom computer had VGA graphics.
Yes, and a CD-ROM drive. It had the first CD-ROM drive we ever bought, which at the time was state of the art. And it even had a sound blaster. Like, do you remember when we got a sound blaster and a CD-ROM drive for the first time?
Oh man, I don't know if I remember the first time, but I remember like that remember that didn't exist on my computer and then it did.
Well, we had a 386, I think, and it didn't come pre-installed with a CD-ROM drive or a sound blaster. And our parents bought those things along with like a bundle of free CD-ROM games that came with it. And I got this game called Forever Growing Garden. And I remember our dad spending a really long time setting this thing up, like a couple of days, and I wasn't allowed to play it, or you know, I wasn't allowed to get in his way. He was setting this thing up, and I was like, I don't know that I've ever been more desperate to experience anything than I was to experience Forever Growing Garden. And it was truly amazing when I played it. It was really fucking slow.
Oh man. Yeah, I remember that and Castles and Reader Rabbit.
Mm-hmm.
Remember Bad Cat.
Bad Cat. Bad Cat did not require a sound blaster. That was EGA graphics.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I remember playing a lot of games that had just like shitty soundboard tunes, and then you got a sound blaster and they were a completely different game.
Yeah.
Yeah, Forever Growing Garden. You would you'd plant it was all puns, you know? So it was like tomatoes, right? They had feet. Right? It was just shit like that. It was
Yeah.
funny little vegetable jokes. Right up my alley. You played Forever Growing Garden. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that came bundled with the CD-ROM drives.
So CD-ROM drives are like a big deal.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, it was like, you know, for a game like Lemmings, you needed multiple floppy disks just to get it going. A game like Bugs Bunny Cartoon Studio needed more than one floppy disk.
Yeah. And what about Windows? That must have sucked to install Windows.
Yeah, it was like 10 disks. I found a few. I was cleaning out the floppy disks in our mother's house, and I found Windows install disks. Yeah, you would just have to sit there and insert the next disk every time. Every time it finished installing, what was it, 2 megabytes worth of data?
On one disk?
Yeah.
What about zip disks?
Those held about 100 megs, which was incredible. They were mostly used as backup because running off of them was not really effective.
So then floppy disks were still like the main thing for like until like the 2000s. We were still bringing floppy disks to school every day for a project.
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah, no, I remember using them for school.
And then finally the USB drives replaced that. And then finally the cloud got rid of all of that.
When I was a teenager, I had floppy disks that I used for my writing because, you know, they fit perfectly on a floppy. I could fit, you know, dozens and dozens of text documents on one disk. And they allowed me to keep my writing secret because I could work on our parents' computers and then take my disk out and they wouldn't see it. Oh, those crocodiles are so funny looking.
I like that sound.
The hard floppies? Yeah, no, they were like little like orange floppy, you know, the little ones. Yeah, the 3.5 inch. I had all my fan fiction on there. I was honing my craft. Yeah, I use USB drives all the time. I can tell we're getting sleepy because we're just talking about some shit from the 90s that we remember. Anything else we want to discuss before we call it a night? It's 10:45 now.
Let's see.
I think we got time to talk about one more thing. We're all just sitting here sleepy talking about our floppy drives from when we were kids. How sweet. We're all just yawning and tired. I remember.
Well, you were like, Joe, you should do the same thing. You should make fanfics and put them on floppy disks.
I told you that?
Yeah, and I did.
Really?
But like, I didn't take it seriously, so they were parodies, really.
Ah, well, that's a subgenre of fanfic.
Yeah.
Is making fun of the thing that, like, doing satirical versions of it.
Yeah.
That's how you express your admiration of something.
I was already doing parodies even before that. And, you know, we were talking about how Doug Funny like stuffs his friends' bodies under his bed.
Yeah, Doug Funny murders his friends and has like 100 bodies stuffed under his bed. It's true. We would make up all kinds of stories about shit we liked but kind of hated.
Yes.
Did we ever play the Leisure Suit Larry games? Yeah, I played one of those. That was one of those games that like barely ran, that I just struggled through because I wanted to check it out so much. And it seemed so adult to me because there was like pixelated titties in those games. I would love to get my hands on the boxes for Leisure Suit Larry games.
Uh-huh.
But I don't know that I'd want to play those games.
No, although I do feel very strongly like about things from that era that I missed out on because they were too adult for me.
Uh-huh.
Like those things are interesting now.
Oh yeah. Well, you know what they did at the Adventure Game Festival that I went to? First of all, Al Lowe was there, who's the writer of Leisure Suit Larry and Freddy Farkas. And he went up on stage and played the saxophone with a band at one point. And I got to see that. It was awesome.
That's cool.
Yeah. And at the end of the festival, there was like a goodbye ceremony, like everyone came to, like this one event. And they did a sing-along of Freddy Farkas. And which must be like, it must be the most cringe thing that I've ever enjoyed so much. I sat there singing every word of the Ballad of Freddy Farkas with 100 other people who also knew the words to it.
Oh, wow.
It felt great. Oh, I'm just getting lost in a nostalgic...
Oh, that is beautiful.
It was. I mean, it was a highlight of my year.
Yeah, I feel like I have like a soft spot for fandoms of like really esoteric things like that.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I mean, I love that fan communities, like especially around games, like build support for those games for decades past any company's interest in them.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's like important work. It's important that they care that much about that because who else would?
It is. Like, you know, when I was a kid, there was the Earthbound community, and like we got Earthbound in America, but they never gave us Mother 3. So like they just did the translation themselves, and it took years.
Yeah.
It took like 4 years. Like, it's like some of these fandoms are just like not gonna let this go. You know,
No.
And it doesn't matter how many people they have, because Earthbound is, you know, pretty popular, even though it's not like huge in America.
I mean, I heard it said in a really good way the other day. I think it was this person, Virtual Moose's blog. They were talking about the idea that there are no like video game fan sites, video game review sites run by perverts is how they put it. And which is like, it's kind of like a John Waters thing to wish, that there were more perverts interested in preserving things and talking about things, that like in order to like truly get into the nitty-gritty of something, you have to be a little bit of a pervert about it.
You have to be like a raccoon collecting garbage.
Yeah, a dirty little freak.
Filth is my religion. Filth is my life.
Yes. Yes. And I think that's like pretty solely what I'm interested in these days. Is the filthy perverts who are making art or appreciating art in like an artful way like that. In a way that like improves other people's ability to enjoy it.
Well, like, you know, I always say like this art style died,
Yeah.
and I would, you know, purposely make something that looked like that just because I like it.
Yeah.
And, you know, I guess that is a bit perverted. That is a little bit sick because
Yeah.
there's no point.
Yeah. But isn't that wonderful when there's no point?
Yes, because then there's a point and everyone's wrong.
Everyone's wrong and you're right. I'm right.
Right. I'm cute and right. Nice, right?
Yeah. Yeah, follow the nice rights.